I'd like to congregation to repeat this after me. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
I'm at the right place.
I'm at the right place.
At the right time.
At the right time.
I'm at the right place.
I'm at the right place.
At the right time.
At the right time.
I'm at the right place.
I'm at the right place.
At the right time.
At the right time.
Hallelujah. 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 That was on my mind today. I'm at the right place, right time. Well, I got baptized. I said, this is where I want to be. I'm going to stick with my mama.
Shalom, Shabbat, shalom.
Shalom, back
Welcome to Yahweh Yahshua Speak television show. We are here in Evanston, Illinois, coming off the great Layil of the Sabbath of Yah, as our Raw Shalom had did a marvelous lesson. We are continuing the Yowm part of this great Sabbath with a lesson Yah has put into my pay to bring forth to the earth. It is entitled, I am Yahweh, the Father of all nations. To popular belief, some people just think Yahweh is the Father of Yisrael. No, that's a lie. He Barad is all. He is your Father until you go rebellious and hata'ah. But He is the Father of all nations and of those who are seeking to do His will. Praises be to the mighty Yah.
Praise Yahweh.
The word Father, I have a definition from Smith Bible Dictionary, and it states the position and authority of the father as the head of the family are expressly assumed and sanctified in the scripture as a likeness, sanctioned in the scriptures as a likeness of that of the Almighty over His creatures. So like you say, our Yahweh likens the physical father to Himself, like you say, the likeness of that of El Shaddai. You know, he always use a physical principle to compare it to the spiritual so we can get it. And also in the Roman church, that guy you call him father. Wrong. He's not your father. He's not your daddy. That's a house of time getting the deception of having you decide daddy Abba. So only 2 times He allowed a person, where only 1 time He allowed a person to father, and that's your physical father on the air, because He compares and likens him to be the head over the family. Yah has an order. Abba is over Yahshua, Yahshua over Adam, and Adam over Kawad, and then there's the band over it. It's the order. Things that Yah does things decently in order. It's in order everything. Where you think man had shows called Law and Order? Where you think they got it from? The good book. Where it's always law and order. Holla, Abba Yahweh. And then, like you say, God is the Father of all nations. So the definition of nations I got out of Webster's to New Riverside University Dictionary. It states, a people who share common custom, origins, history, and often language. That's what it is, that's what separates the nation, their custom, their origin. Every nation has their origin, their custom, whatever it is, a religious belief or whatever it is. And that's the separating of nations. Not just Yisrael, the father of Yisrael, the nation of Yisrael. That's what he's bringing out to let people know. I am Yahweh, the Father of all nations. Until you be rebellious against Him, then you got your dad, your true dad, Hasatan. That's your dad. Once you come on it, but Yahweh is the Father of all nations. He Barad is all. Let's go to Genesis chapter 12. Genesis chapter 12. Genesis chapter 12. For Israel is for you. He's the Father of all nations. He didn't just create you. We'll be the only people on the earth. Praise the mighty Yah. Genesis chapter 12, 1 to 5, and it reads.
Genesis chapter 12 and verse 1. Now Yahweh had said unto Abram, Get thee out of thy country, and from thy kindred, and from thy father's house, unto a land that I will show thee. Verse 2. And I will make of thee a great nation, and I will bless thee, and make thy name great, and thou shalt be a blessing.
Hallelujah. This is where y'all setting apart pro Israel. This is what he told him to do. Out of the nation of Israel. He said, now Yahweh had a mind to Abram. Get thee out of thy country and from thy kindred, which was, the nation of Israel, from thy kindred and from thy Abba's body unto a land I will show thee. And I will make of thee a great nation. And I will barak thee and make thy Shem great, and thou shalt be a barakah. This way he separated, he was going to be the Abba of all nations. Continue.
Verse 3. And I will bless them that bless thee, and curse him that curseth thee. And in thee shall all families of the earth be blessed.
Check that out. There it is. He broke it up and give something right there. And I will barak them that barak thee, and curse them that curse thee. And in thee shall all the miskapah of the Arab be barak. He ain't just say, Yisrael, I'm just coming back for you. Let's get it twisted. He's the creator of all nations. So man chose to be rebellious. Then their daddy became the devil. Continue.
Verse 4. So Abram departed, as Yahweh had spoken unto him. And Lot went with him. And Abram was 75 years old when he departed out of Haran.
Hallelujah. And so Abram departed, as Yahweh has a mark. See, that's what obedience is. He didn't know where he was going. He just had obedience. That's what you did. You don't question Yahweh. What is this? He tell you something, do something. You holy father, you know when he's talking to you. So you just do. And Abram departed as Yahweh had a mind to him. Lot went with him. And Abram was 75 years of age when he departed out of Haran. Yahshua, he wants you to know like this, that man on earth would call you old when you're 50, talking about that. He let you know, ain't no age that when he has something for you to do for him. Hallelujah. It ain't over until you move. That's it. Continue.
Verse 5. And Abram took Sarai, his wife, and Lot, his brother's son, and all their substance that they had gathered, and the souls that they had gotten in Haran. And they went forth to go into the land of Canaan. And into the land of Canaan they came.
Hallelujah. Praise the mighty Yah. Let's go to Genesis chapter 15. Genesis chapter 15. Genesis chapter 15. And let's read verses 1 to 5.
Genesis chapter 15 and verse 1. After these things the word of Yahweh came unto Abram in a vision, saying, Fear not, Abram. I am thy shield and thy exceedingly great reward. Verse 2. And Abram says, Master Elohim, what wilt thou give me, seeing I go childless? And the steward of my house is this Eliezer of Damascus. Verse 3. And Abram said, Behold, to me thou hast given no seed, and lo, one born in my house is my heir. Verse 4. And behold, the word of Yahweh came unto him, saying, This shall not be thy heir, but he shall come forth out of thy own bowels shall be thy heir. Verse 5. And he brought him forth abroad, and said, Look now toward heaven, and tell the stars, if thou be able to number them. And he said unto him, So shall thy seed be.
Hallelujah. Praise the mighty Yah. God is letting him know ready to create Iysh out of this one Adam, you know, that they would come from, you know, he would have his natural born son from his Iyshshah and no ways. You know, like I say, y'all can do whatever. Some people in their little fantastic mind, peanut mind, can't fathom, can't, as you say, the thought of your imagination. This is what this wonderful book is. You got to put your imagination loose and go back and see these times and live this time that our ancestors that have walked through. You can't see the power of the universe doing things, having a woman get pregnant at 150, man, this and that, huh? Something wrong with you. Praise the mighty God. You're a natural carnal mind person in the flesh. You letting your daddy the devil blind you from our y'all. You're listening to him. Letting your flesh listen to him. Hallelujah, Yahweh. Is there anything too hard for y'all? No. Let's go to Genesis chapter 17. Genesis chapter 17. Genesis chapter 17. And let's read verses 1 to 7. Oh, praises to our Yahweh. We can call her our daddy because we are obedience. So that makes us a child right now. Some of y'all say you can't be a child right now. That's on you. When you going to become that child? When you're dead? Have you not read? He said, the dead knows nothing anymore. How you going to know you're a child? You dead. If you ain't a child now, how you going to get Yahshua right now? Now is the time.
Now is the time.
Don't let that flesh be in cahoots with his daddy, the devil. Genesis chapter 17, verses 1 to 7, and he reads.
Genesis chapter 17 and verse 1. And when Abram was 90 years old and 9, Yahweh appeared unto Abram and said unto him, I am the El Shaddai, walk before me, and be thou perfect. Verse 2, and I will make my covenant between me and thee, and will multiply these exceedingly. Verse 3, and Abram fell on his face, and Elohim talked with him, saying, verse 4, as for me, behold, my covenant is with thee, and thou shalt be a father of many nations.
Hallelujah. Here it is. And Abram fell on his face, and Elohim Amar with him Amar. As for me, behold, my belief is with thee. Thou shalt be an outer of many goatees.
Again. Yeah.
I don't see you I'm just gonna be an hour of Yisrael. He letting you know, I am Yahweh, the hour of all goatees. He said, which the known should perish.
Right.
Made us all for a purpose. Continue.
Verse 5. Neither shall thy name any more be called Abram, but thy name shall be Abraham, for a father of many nations have I made thee.
Ooh, there's power in the name. Neither shall thy Shem any more be called Abram, but thy Shem shall be Abraham. For a Abba of many goees have I made thee. He takes the physical compared to the spiritual. He gave the physical father down here, Abraham, to be a father that he made all nations, comparing him to himself, that he has made all goees, pro-Israel, stuck in the pride. Holla Yahweh. What you don't believe? You don't believe you are your daddy the devil. Thus says Yahweh. Continue.
Verse 6, and I will make thee exceeding fruitful, and I will make nations of thee, and kings shall come out of thee.
Hallelujah. And I will make thee exceedingly fruitful. As he did, he said at the honor, Kawani, he said at the north. I will make you exceedingly fruitful. And I will make goees of thee. Malice shall come out of thee. Continue.
Verse 7, and I will establish my covenant between me and thee and thy seed after thee in their generations for an everlasting covenant, to be a Elohim unto thee and to thy seed after thee.
And bro Israel, he's not talking about the seed. He said those that could be converted to spiritual Israel You are up in your daddy Abraham. That's what the Pharisees and scribes said. We were never enslaved. We are our daddy Abraham. You know, yeah, you could say that with your lips, but if you ain't obedient, you up your daddy the devil. Yeah, that's what y'all turns you over. To be blind, naked, and wretched. You know, they now you say blind, deaf, and naked. Poor then, because you won't believe and be obedient. When you're obedient, you get there as after the water baptism, you get the fiery ruach to stand and do what thus says y'all. And then that's where when people with the fiery ruach, that's when two or more agree and it can be a man. Not with the like so you have water baptism, it could be something, but that's when it is done. They got to get graduated from the water baptism to the fire, baby. Where you unafraid. We die daily. We die for people daily to take on like Yahshua. That we put up, but we had an armor on to take the fury dots from Satan and the devil. Why? For you. It's about saving your nefesh. It's always about saving nefesh of all goees. He was the known should perish. Like some of you pro-Israel, when you get to knowing who you are, don't want to say, Lord Jesus, this, that, and all that. And you know, you got to start somewhere. He gonna pull for, he said, from all goees. He gonna wake them up. It ain't just us. And pro-Israel. The white man ain't the enemy. Y'all flash. The devil is the enemy of all mankind. He hates us all. That's that self-reply. You come, he definitely want to confuse Israel. Wow, this, that, they fruiting over that. Silly fool. You a fool, as Yahweh said. You're not wholly surrendered in our Yahweh. The devil knows exactly who we are. So he definitely don't want no unity between Israel that's waking.
Right.
But they can be just as dumb as the sleeping Israel. Hallelujah. And worse.
Yeah.
Praise the mighty Yah. Genesis chapter 20, verses 1 and 5. It's trying Yah is about love and giving. If you like some of you Israel, you like KKK and Farrakhan, teaching hate, yell your daddy to death. That's the bottom line. God is about love and giving. The devil is about division and subtraction. He come to kill, steal, and destroy. That's all his mission is. Hallelujah. Genesis chapter 20. That's all y'all trying to get something to you. Like Ron McCall say, trying to get it to you, but if you don't receive it, y'all won't have it. Like they're saying, if you're on this side of the street trying to get to the other side, if you don't do nothing, you get nothing. If there's $1 million in the bank for you, it's waiting on you as a free gift. You're sure it's a free gift. But if you don't go get it, receive it, it'll just be there. You just be proud. Genesis chapter 20, verses 1 to 4, and it reads.
Genesis chapter 20, verse 1. And Abraham journeyed from thence toward the south country, and dwelt between Kadesh and Shur, and sojourned in Gerar. Verse 2. And Abraham said of Sarah, his wife, she is my sister. And Abimelech, king of Gerar, sent and took Sarah. Verse 3. But Elohim came to Abimelech in a dream by night, and said to him, Behold, thou art but a dead man, for the woman which thou hast taken, for she is a man's wife. Verse 4. But Abimelech had not come near her. And he said, Master, wilt thou slay also a righteous nation?
Hallelujah. And here it is. And Abraham journeyed from this toward the south country, and dwelt in between Kadesh and Shur, and sojourned in Gerar. And Abraham of Sarah, his Iyshshah, she is my bed. She is my calf, and Amalek, Malak of Gerar, sent and took her. He letting you know this is another nation, y'all. This is another goees. That I am Yahweh the Father of all goees. He letting you know this is another nation. But Elohim came to Abimelech in a dream by Layil and Mar to him. Go, thou art but a moof Adam. For the highest of which thou hast taken, for she is a Adam Iyshshah. And here it is, y'all. This is it right here. But the Babylonians had not came near her. And he among Yahweh, without her slay also a Sadiq Goe. See? He knew some righteousness. He said, see, Goe. That's when he's your daddy. When you're obedience to him. He's your daddy. That's another Goe. I am Yahweh, the Abba of all Goes. He letting you know right there. Today, as long as you're in obedience, he's your daddy. Holla Yahweh. Holla Yahweh. Let me go. Let's go to let's go there. I'm gonna hit some other thing. Let's go to Exodus chapter 5. Exodus chapter 5. Exodus chapter 5. Exodus chapter 5. Now I want to drive home a point. He's the Abba of all Goes, by rod everyone. He ain't just come from Israel, the Lord see. Yeah, Yahshua came to give them this word first so they can get back from our ancestors failing. He was coming back to get them back so they can teach the whole Goes.
There you go, bro.
That's what he came. Go to them first. That's what I do. I try to hit up Yisrael first. I'll down to Yisrael first. Because you reach to get the brother, then the brother can get to the sister. Then the children gonna follow. But I mean for the whole Goes Saul chosen to come. I speak for Israel first because we are the chosen and we as individuals, they are as this book described. But it's time to bring the true Ibryi for they can come out of that whole house of the Roman Christian doctrine. You sitting there, you believing you a Gentile. That's how the devil got you so deceived. Y'all say he let you go and he blind you. You supposed to be teaching them. So it's up to us waking Israel, help sleeping Israel. The brothers go to them first, hit them up. Then the sisters and our children follow. He got to know where he is. But be confident and bold. Come on up. And you know, it's not the power it gives not to be used for ourselves throughout the book. It's when y'all say use it. The dude they smash, bust the devil's head and the lives of these Adam. It's when you crack them in the head with the Bible ring.
That's right.
Holla Yahweh.
Right, Yahweh.
I'm looking at the lost sheep of Israel. That's what I'm hollering at first. But this word is for everybody. When I holler it out, it's going throughout the air. It's for to wake up all men. And man means mankind. Man, woman, and child, pro-Israel, and all you religious fools. It's talking about y'all's whole creation. Man, woman, and child. Holla Yahweh. Exodus chapter 5. Exodus chapter 5. That's what it is. Got to come bold. He said, come to the throne. His throne bold. So you can come back to this area bold. Ain't afraid. Died for this. Our people died for this. And y'all want to have silly debates and all that. It's how dumb and silly you are. I can call you a dumb beast, fool, because that's what my Abba says. So I'm only speaking what my Abba had me to speak. Having silly debate, edifying yourself. Ain't saving, helping bring attract the soul back to Yahweh, but you're nothing. It's all right, Israel, that be garbed up and stuff, but don't let it go. Yeah, no, that's nothing. That's it. That's all we say. Kind of all this doo-doo. Dumb. It's all stinking. It ain't going nothing. It ain't doing nothing for yourself or Yah. Holla Yahweh. Exodus chapter 5. Exodus chapter 5. Exodus chapter 5. And let's read verses 1 and 5.
Exodus chapter 5 and verse 1. And afterward Moshe and Aharon went in and told Pharaoh, Thus says Yahweh Elohim of Israel, Let my people go, that they may hold a feast unto me in the wilderness. Verse 2. And Pharaoh said, Who is Yahweh, that I should obey his voice to let Yisrael go? I know not Yahweh, neither will I let Yisrael go.
Hallelujah. And after Moshe, Aaron went in and Amar Pharaoh, Thus Amar Yahweh, Elohim of Yisrael. That's one nation, Yisrael. That's go here, all nations. Let my am go, that they may hold a keg unto me in the wilderness. And Pharaoh Amar, Who is Yahweh, that I should obey his voice and let Israel go? I yada not Yahweh, neither would I let Israel. He's showing there's two nations. The Pharaoh, the nation of Mizraim, Egypt. He letting you know, I am the father of all nations. He sets up who he wants. He had created all these nations for a purpose. We all brothers, like the KKK, I didn't know during the document, they got it right. When they say, well, I'm supposed to be interracial marriage. The devil let them get that right, but people figure, that's crazy. Y'all say don't be marrying no one to go eat. Stay within your nation. Like he had the flowers and all that. They don't mingle and all that. He likes perfection.
Yeah.
He likes the beauty of all different nationalities, colors, all that. Skip them sodomite trying to. Devil had them took the rainbow and used it. First I could be upset, that's Yahweh. Because there's the opposition. Once Hasatan did what he did in Kawa and Adam did what they did, it's about good and evil.
Yeah.
That's all it is, y'all. Ain't no in between. Either you are Yahweh, the true daddy, or you are this phony daddy, the devil of this world. Ain't no in between. Ain't no purgatory. Ain't no different levels of the lake of fire. Stop believing them wrong Christian doctrine lies. Because if you keep going, that's where you're going to end. You're going to have mercy on them, not to go where you're going to pull. But everybody ain't going to have mercy on. He created a lake of fire for Hasatan and his demons. Yes, well, the Father is black, Son Yahshua is black, and the angels are black. So that makes the devil black.
That's right.
Oh, wow.
Because hey, everybody, you know, black folk, we the slickest people on earth. And where they get from? They daddy the devil. Because you being slick and conniving, that's of the devil. Y'all ain't there. He's transparent, open, and honest. He's light. The devil is dark. That's what he make the physical light compared to the spiritual, light and darkness. Comparing it to good and evil. Hallelujah, Yahweh.
Hallelujah.
Continue.
Verse 3. And they said, The Elohim of the Hebrews have met with us. Let us go, we pray thee, 3 days' journey into the desert, and sacrifice unto Yahweh our Elohim, lest he fall upon us with pestilence or with the sword. Verse 4. And the king of Mizraim said unto them, Wherefore do ye, Moshe and Aaron, let the people from their works get you unto your burdens? Verse 5. And Pharaoh said, Behold, the people of the land now are many, and ye make them rest from their burdens.
See, like it say, here's two things. In verse 3 it said, and they say, Amon, the Elohim of the Ibryi. See, that's one nation. And then in verse 4, in the Hamelech of Mizraim, it's two nations. Y'all is part of all goees. Holler Yahweh. Let's go to Revelation chapter 18. Revelation chapter 18. Revelation chapter 18. And for you brothers that, call yourself, like say, old Torah-based believers, like our Rob Makai, the Ruach Quick Him. The Torah is the whole book, y'all. It's about His law, statutes, commandments. The whole book. And you know, those who try to do away with the old, you doomed too, just like them trying to run new. Because, you know, you're the one that you New Testament believers say that God in the old was mean. Y'all flash. The one y'all know ain't Jesus, that was him back then, baby. He was killing, trying to get all the sin out of the nation. He was killing. What you have not read as our Raw Sloan did lesson. In the new, he telling you how he coming back the second time, and he coming with a vengeance. It's gonna be blood, baby. So it's gonna be worse. And some of you so ethnic people, Esau, Jewish people, but he ain't came yet. Keep working with your ham hot bone, making that chair for Aliyah. You just gonna be sitting there. You be waiting. You come back, you ain't ready. Sorry for you. You refuse. Because y'all, you know, Esau, the one that's disobedient, had really got the world to, they the one that they back on that little piece of land over there. That's a little piece. All that is the true nation of Israel. And I ask you this one question. If they return, and this is prophecy for all you religious people. Yes, as Yahshua said, where's the shalom? Why I can't go in and play with that old lion over there? Play with that tiger. Pick up that snake. Don't get bitten, huh? But I go over to the lion and he look at me and say, dinner time. Revelation chapter 18. Revelation chapter 18. Y'all is the seed of the father of this world, the Elohim of this world, the devil. Because you don't truly believe, you want to surrender yourself to truth. You're in religion. Religion is made up, influenced by the puppet master, the devil. Gave it to man. Part truth, many lies. Praise the mighty God. 18, Revelation chapter 18. Let's read verses 3 to 4. Praise the mighty God.
Revelation chapter 18 and verse 3. For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies.
Hallelujah. Check this out. Error. For all goees have drunk of the hot Yowm of the wrath of her fornication, and the high manners of the Arab have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the high Arab are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacy. So all goees had drank this of the hata of their daddy the devil, deceiving. And like people were talking about, like it's written, the merchant, y'all just came out of Halloween devil days, that, you know, Halloween day, as our Roy gave that mama's lesson last night. It's about the merchant, baby. It's about the dollar bill, y'all. This is what they gonna be saying, y'all telling you about. Every answer in your car is in y'all Musa instructional book. Every situation, as our Raw said, you shouldn't be depressed. If you taking this medicine out of Yahweh, you should never have a down day. You go to say, the only thing going to come your way is circumstances. And then you go on through them, you go say, yeah, the circumstances looking like this, but my Elohim has showed me the light. He's bringing me through it. No matter what, it should never have a down day. Get down because you're not putting this power to you. You gave that ruach, fiery ruach. You most around unbelieving most of the time. As our brothers, you know what I'm saying? 99.9 of the 9. You, the most of the people in the world, is of a religion. That's of the devil. Your family, friend, neighbor. You supposed to stand up and let them know. No! You talking this, we supposed to speak kingdom principle, kingdom conversation. It may look like this, but my daddy told me, here it is. And my big brother got it from our daddy. You're never supposed to be down. Never supposed to be depressed.
That's right.
Then you giving way to the flesh, which give way to the devil. That's it. Get no place to your flesh. Check yourself before you wreck yourself.
We're fighters, right?
That's right. We are fighters. We win all the time.
Yes, yes.
Yeshua never lost the case. Never lost nothing. Even when we lose physical things, he said you never lose. Yeah, you find it. We are witnesses to that. Hallelujah, Yahweh. Continue.
Verse 4, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partaker for sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues.
That's what you look at that. Now Shema, another voice from Shema, Amah, come out of her, my am, that you be not partaker of her hata'ah, that you receive not of her plagues. You see how y'all, you know, you men want to put down women, but you see how he compared the Arab and all that to her? Because why? Once he brought her out of Adam, she brought all the goees. So it's her. Every goee is her. Come out of a woman. Why? Because he compares the physical to the spiritual. Your first teacher was your mama. She taught you and said and guided you. Know who, and he compares her to our spiritual mother. The Ruach HaKodesh gives us wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, teachers and leaders. That is her. The Ruach HaKodesh is our spiritual mother. Hallelujah, Yahweh.
Oh, yes.
Brother, a messenger, Daniel David, say that I'm not taking it because it's a man of Yah. So I'm taking it in. The Ruach took it in. Took some years, and then one day the Ruach quickened me. That brother was on it. Now it's for us. We took up that man of Rob McKay and him, and many other great men. Brother Stern, many great leaders and warriors came out of him. Many others around this country, around the area. They left their man. We picked it up. As Yahshua left his for like Rob McKay built on it. Like this temple, Yahweh Yahshua temple, was, you know, founded on the Iyshshah ministry. That's what it always been. From the beginning. Let make them in our image. Yeah, them powers to do everything until Yahshua return. Be fruitful and multiply with these image darbarines. That's what we're doing this present time.
Yes.
That's it.
Yes.
That's all it's about.
Yes.
So, hey, you are influenced from the Roman Greeks. When they got it, devil influence. He was like Custer here in America. Now his last stand. The devil on his last stand. So he know who y'all had to give it to the rule of. He using them just to deceive the world. And you follow them. Now when he's talking about don't be partakers, come up out of this great whore. Babylon is falling, y'all. This world going to end whether you like it or not.
Yes.
So you better get on board that train, as Grandma Robert said. Don't get left behind. Don't be saying, no, go on. I missed the train. Better get on board now.
Yeah.
Hallelujah, Yahweh. For all the Kadashim, my brothers and sisters, and our little band of Zakah, the children coming up. Hallelujah, Yahweh.
Yes.
Now is the time. The devil ain't playing. Yah is saying it is time. It is time out for playing church.
That's right.
Be a hearer and doer. You must hear the word, understand it, and do it. Put it to practice every day, every second, every minute, every hour. Live it.
Right.
It's time. It's about saving nephews. That's it. He wants you to have a marvelous life right here. As our Raw Shalom said that night, he gives a description of Shema. But we don't have the mere words to say. We have the imagination. You must have an imagination to bring it to birth and live it. Everything starts in here.
Yes.
The battle of the mind.
That's right.
You got to stay strong. Let's go to Ezekiel. Yachiel chapter 2. Just trying to get something to you, Eric. Or it's too late. It's never too late You haven't arrived. Some of y'all think y'all some real biblical scholars, but that scripture says, got to be taught again.
Yes.
Because you ain't going, you lean into your own thinking understanding.
Yes.
Stop listening to these silly men and you silly sisters following behind. Stop, read this book. He said, study yourself to prove them. He didn't say, listen to somebody else that think they studied what he thinks they saying. Having their opinion, philosophies and all that, coming up with some dumb thing, science, guess, thinking it is. If you think you came from a big bang, that's on you. I know we was bara, we was created, man, put together in our mother's womb. So that's on you. You come from a monkey. Ask yourself, then why are you smarter than this monkey today then? As the messenger Daniel David said, you stop going on the 5 senses. Use that 6 sense most people don't use. Today, common sense ain't so common no more. Holler Yahweh. Ezekiel, Yachiel, chapter 2. Wants us to get it, Eric. All go in. Yachiel, chapter 2, Ezekiel, chapter 2. Ezekiel chapter 2, let's read verses 2 to 8. Holla, Abba.
Ezekiel chapter 2 and verse 2. And the Spirit entered into me when he spake unto me, and set me upon my feet, that I heard him that spake unto me. Verse 3. And he said unto me, Son of man, I send thee to the children of Israel, to a rebellious nation that hath rebelled against me. They and their fathers have transgressed against me, even unto this very day.
Hallelujah. See, this is what we supposed to do. The oracles was given to us. To teach all the goy. And he mine to me. Man of Adam. I send thee to the high band of Yisrael, a rebellious goy that have rebelled against me. They and their fathers have transgressed against me, even to this very day. Like most sleep in Israel, they it's one or two things. They refuse the truth or don't understand. Rebellious to this day. When truth come their way, they can go check it out. You know, I can say, prove the Ruach. Somebody bring the spirits of the barbarines to you. Go prove it. But instead of taking some Adonai word, giving you half scripture, lying to you. You throwing bricks like they say, they throwing bricks at the penitentiary. You throwing bricks at the lake of fire, and ain't no way out. Hot hotel, as Rob McGuire would say. Continue.
Verse 4. For they are impudent children and stiff-hearted. I do send thee unto them, and thou shalt say unto them, Thus saith Yahweh Elohim. Verse 5. And they, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear, for they are a rebellious house, yet shall know that there hath been a prophet among them.
Hallelujah. And they, whether they shall shema or whether they will forbear, whether they will fear not. He's talking to the Arabs. For they are rebellious by it. And yet shall y'all that there has been a Nabi among them. A Nabi that's speaking truth. All that's about the word. We Nabi, we giving you Nabuah about what's to come. This is how we go on Nabuah from the past for today and the present. And that's what he would know. Because they say, when you send somebody, they speak my darbaring, it come to pass, they are of me. Hallelujah. That's what we're trying to do, bring these troops to the era. Save souls. Continue.
Verse 6. And thou, son of man, be not afraid of them, neither be afraid of their words. Though briars and thorns be with thee, and thou dost dwell among scorpions, be not afraid of their words, nor be dismayed at their looks, though they be a rebellious house.
Hallelujah. He talking about the Arabs, y'all. This is going on for everybody. We ain't afraid. You know, he said, and thou bound them all down. Be not afraid of them, neither be afraid of their dabarim. We don't care what you say. We just stand on the truth. Those barriers of thorns be with thee. Yeah, y'all are all right around the wilderness, your mind and your error. Though there be with thee, thou dost dwell among scorpions. All you snaky people. We don't care. Well, that's what snake means. Slurpy, no good, no down. That's the devil. You know, we know the way, we know the wiles of the devil, the ways of Adam. Why? Because we are filled with the Ruach HaKodesh. It leads and guides and discerns everything. Can't get nothing on us or on us. Y'all ain't finna have it. Be not afraid of their dabarim, nor be dismayed at their look. You don't care how hard you look. Step down. Because you know, like I said, looks can kill Yisrael, but that way Yisrael, hell look at you, you'd have been dropped dead. Now what they gave, boy, you get frightened. Even Israel be frightened of Israel. I know you ought to go in, y'all be running. We just come on and saying, y'all, that's the dreadful that he said back in the day that he was put over Israel. They were dread after Noah. But it's in most majority of it's in a negative way. Yeah. That's how we supposed to be teaching where they got it. They follow the negative Israel, saggy pants, doodle drugs. You know, they follow them that. The world way. That's the way it's supposed to be spiritual. It's just turned upside down. So we're working it one by one, and it's getting done, yeah. It's granted. Making these building up in spiritual go ways now. Be not dismayed of their look, though they be a rebellious buyer. The whole era rebellious. Why? Because they following up a religion. Continue.
Verse 7. And thou shalt speak my words unto them, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear, for they are most rebellious. Verse 8. But thou, son of man, hear what I say unto thee. Be not thou rebellious like that rebellious house. Open thy mouth and eat that I give thee.
Yes, we are. He said, and thou shalt amount my dabarim unto them, whether they will hear or whether they will not. For they are most rebellious. But thou, bond of Adam, Shema, what I admonish thee. Be not thou rebellious like that rebellious buyer. Open thy mouth and eat that I give you. That's what we do. We need the dabarim from Genesis to Revelation. Let the Ruach speak to it. And we ain't in bad. Good. It's y'all think capital soup say good. Y'all dabarim greatly good. Hallelujah. Yahweh. Ain't best job in the area. Yes. Best job in there. And the benefits are eternal. Yah is taking the application night and day, Yah. Yahshua right there knocking at your door with an application. Open the door and accept it, sign in, you know, be baptized, become a soldier in the army. Your work has just begun once you go be submerged into that mind. Y'all come up. It's just begun. You have signed on and listen. Don't go out, be AWOL after you sign in. What you going back to? You're going back to the wilderness of your mind and the devil. And it is written, it was better for you not have known him than you'd have known to go back into the wilderness. The house of time, and to kick you over like a straight rag down. What? You thought you was leaving me? Okay, he's gonna make it worse for you. He's the Elohim of this going, but Yahweh is the Elohim of the universe. He smashed it down. He has nothing on us. When we get up, house time be running. Look at my boys, let's go. Here they come. They just like Yahshua. He made it in his image. We can't do that. We can only thing they can do is try to deceive you. To tempt you. That's the only thing. But Yahshua came and he said, there's no temptation that man that has not been, Yahshua came and did. And what he gives you to overcome that temptation? His Ruach HaKodesh. You resist When that thinking comes, you kill it immediately. When that flesh tries to rise, this is the sword, our sword. You take that head off with these darbarim that's in your faith.
Right.
Like he said, the new bereaved covenant in given world, it's these words in your mind. That's it. And the Torah is not done and the law is not done. He said there was nothing with the first covenant. It was fought with Adam.
Yeah.
They refused to do it. So, and y'all that need Roman Christian doctrine, but they teach y'all that it's done away. But throughout the book, they won't continue saying it because the one y'all know that Jesus, Yahshua, true name, he said, I come not to do away with the law, but to fulfill it. Who do you want to believe, the creator or the creature? How do y'all wait? You say you choose this, Yowm, cat or Marbet, life or death. You choose to believe Adam, you choosing death now and eternal damnation, which is the lake of fire. Y'all want to put everybody in Shemayim heaven? It exists. It's a good place to be. Heaven is coming down, it's going to be right on the air. The lake of fire exists too, y'all. But I don't see you put Uncle Willie in there. Now once I heard y'all say, my brother JB went to the lake of fire. My mom, my dad, they in the lake of fire, y'all. It exists. Praise the mighty Yah. Somebody got to go there.
It's so hard.
Well, we ain't gonna be the one. Y'all can't take 100-degree weather. He said the power of imagination. Imagination to conception. Imagine being burning and burning forever and ever. Imagine that. Imagination to conception. Let it conceive in your mind. No, and y'all know how suffer. You take a whip of that, you'll be out. How they use the knockout stuff. But here, look at that sun. It's been burning. No, we ain't going on the sign in a million years. However long y'all had it out there.
Amen.
It's still out there. Go back to read your book. When he tried to do a testimony, Moshe, the burning bush, it was burning. So there was spirit in there. You heard Hakadas was there. You tell them to believe it, talking about only came in Pentecost, you a liar. Like your daddy, the devil. You're a liar. That's a lie you got to read. You want to see the lake of fire? Look at the volcano. You see that's a roaring lake of fire. That's it. That's what you're going to be in. You're going to make that body where they're going to have some ugly worms. You see how a worm go through an apple? That's going to be going through your body. Biting on you. No relief. Praise the mighty God. That should be enough imagination. You need everything in mind. Say imagine it. Power of imagination. Holler Yahweh. Let's go to Yahshua, Isaiah chapter 64. Isaiah chapter 64. Isaiah chapter 64. And let's read verse 9. Isaiah chapter 64, verse 9. It's the one thing, the power of imagination. Anything you can conceive in your mind, you can do. And everything that he said, he said back in Babylon, the first Babylon, he said, man has become like God. Anything they can man, they can do. Either you're going to do it for Tov or Ra. Holler Yahweh. Yahshua chapter 64, and let's read verse 9.
Isaiah chapter 64, verse 9. Be not wroth very sore, O Yahweh. Neither remember iniquity forever. Behold, see, we beseech thee. We are all thy people.
Hallelujah. Be not wroth. Be not very sore, O Yahweh. Neither remember iniquity forever. Behold, see, we beseech thee. We are all Diane. All Goes is he created by right his head. And that's what they saying. Remember, don't remember iniquity. Iniquity, deep sin, rooted heart to heart. See, they woke up to come up out of it. Praise the mighty. They realize who's in charge. Let's go to let's go to that was 69. Let's go to Matthew chapter 12. Matthew chapter 12. Matthew chapter 12 and verse 8. Matthew chapter 12 and verse 18. Matthew chapter 12 and verse 18, and he reads.
Matthew chapter 12 and verse 18. Behold my servant, whom I have chosen, my beloved, in whom my soul is well pleased. I will put my spirit upon him, and he shall show judgment to the Gentiles.
Alright, 18, it says, behold my servant, whom I have chosen, my beloved, in whom my nephew is well pleased. I will put my ruach upon him, and he shall show mitzvah to the Hadgoid. See, there was Saul, he was sent over to the other nations, y'all. He was drafting a man to come that they can be his nation. Like, and you, as Rob Mackay would say, you put yourself in there. Here, behold my servant, whom I have chosen, my beloved, in whom my nephew is well pleased. This is Daddy Ibryi saying to us, he's well pleased. I will put my ruach upon you, and you shall show mitzvah to the whole era, his righteous judgment right now, so they can be ready in the first resurrection. And that's when he was telling Saul to go eat. He would bring all, they want to be the Abba of all go eat. I am Yahweh, the Abba of all nations. So he would bring them in, because Yahshua sent the others out to go to Yisrael first. He was getting them back in order. Then he knew, he said, while he was alive, you know, he wasn't out to go to them. But he said, then he said, go ye into all nations. Y'all of this true doctrine of my daddy Yahweh. Praise the mighty Yah. Let's go back to Yowm. Jeremiah chapter 28. Jeremiah chapter 28. Jeremiah chapter 28. Jeremiah chapter 28 verses 7 and 9.
Jeremiah chapter 28 and verse 7. Nevertheless, hear thou now this word that I speak in thy ears, and in the ears of all the people.
I'd like to congregation repeat this after me. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
I'm at the right place.
I'm at the right place.
At the right time.
At the right time.
I'm at the right place.
I'm at the right place.
At the right time.
At the right time.
I'm at the right place.
I'm at the right place.
At the right time.
At the right time.
Hallelujah. 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 That was on my mind today. I'm at the right place, at the right time. When I got baptized, I said, this is where I want to be. I'm going to stick to my promise.